The tree and the birdsong. The wind carried a sound through the forest that morning, soft, lilting, impossibly free. And for the first time in its long life, the ancient oak felt something like longing. Not for sunlight, not for rain, but for movement, for freedom, for the ability to chase that beautiful sound wherever it wandered. The oak stood rooted at the forest's edge, its trunk thick and proud, its branches stretching toward the sky like an old king raising tired arms. It had watched seasons turn for centuries, leaves bloom, leaves fall, snow pile, sun scorch, but never, not once, had it wished to be anything other than what it was. Until today. Because perched atop a sun-warmed boulder nearby was a small, bright-eyed bird, flitting, fluttering, singing. Every note the bird released seemed to paint the air with color. Every jump, every flutter of wings, every effortless leap into the sky made the oak's heartwood ache. How lucky, the oak thought. To move, to explore, to rise into the wind instead of merely enduring it. The bird landed on one of the oak's lower branches one afternoon, chirping a curious greeting. "You're tall," the bird observed cheerfully. "You're free," the oak replied. The bird laughed, a twinkling, musical sound. "Free, I suppose, but freedom has its own challenges. Storms chase me, predators stalk me, the world moves too fast sometimes." "You get to leave," the oak said quietly. "You get to choose." "And you don't?" the bird asked gently. "I never have." For days the oak watched the little bird come and go. Sometimes the bird rested, sometimes it sang, sometimes it vanished into the endless blue, and each time the bird lifted into the sky, the oak felt a pang, sharp, deep, impossible to shake. Envy took root, but so did something else. One stormy dusk, black clouds crawled across the horizon, the wind howled like a wounded beast, and rain hammered the forest floor. The little bird fought desperately against the gale, wings battered, feathers soaked. It darted from branch to branch, searching for shelter, but every perch was too exposed, too dangerous. Finally, trembling, the bird reached the oak, slamming against its trunk with a helpless chirp. "Please," the bird whispered. Without hesitation, the oak shifted its branches, ever so slightly, just enough to shield the trembling creature. Its leaves curved in, its limbs softened, and the hollow near its heartwood opened like a warm embrace. "Rest here," the oak said. The storm raged. Lightning split the sky. Wind tore at the forest. But beneath the oak's canopy, in the small hollow protected from rain and fear, the bird lay safe, breathing softly, wing tucked, eyes finally closing. When morning came, sunlight dripped through the leaves like gold. The bird stepped from the hollow, blinking, stunned. "You saved me," it whispered. "You trusted me," the oak replied. The bird hopped higher into the branches, inspecting the spaces between limbs, feeling the strength of the bark, the warmth of the hollow. And then, with a bright chirp, it began to gather twigs. "What are you doing?" asked the oak. "Building," said the bird, "if you'll allow it." The oak felt something it had never felt before. Not envy, not longing, but fullness. A warmth that radiated from bark to roots. "But don't you wish to fly away?" the oak asked. "I will," the bird said simply. "But every traveler needs a home." And so, nestled high in the oak's branches, the bird built its nest, warm, safe, filled with song. The oak no longer envied movement, for something far more precious had taken root within it. Freedom looked beautiful from afar. But belonging? Belonging felt like sunlight inside the heart. The oak stood tall, cradling the little nest, no longer dreaming of wings, because it had discovered something even better. A purpose. A companion. A song that lived not beyond its reach, but within it. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.